ॐ ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितैयदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। We'll read the 11th mantra, first Prashna, page number 13. पञ्चपादं पितरं द्वादशाकृतिं दिव आहुः परे अर्धे पुरीषिणम् अधे मे अन्य ऊपरे विचक्षणं सप्तचक्रे षडर आहुरर्पितम् इति. Now in this Prashna, we were seeing that 6 disciples went to Pippalad Muni and they were asked to stay there for a year. And how? Not simply with brahmacharya, with shraddha and with tapasya. With these three, and they were already expert in karma kand. We all know that. But now they had a question of paravidya, and that is why they had approached Pippalad Muni, who was a very well-known Gyani at that time. So they now, after staying there for a year and doing tapasya and his seva, the first student named Kabanda Katyayan, he asked a question to Pippalad Rishi that how everything, all the beings have come up. From where has this Srishti come up? From that answer, we can guess that the question was not that simple. So he started with the Prajapati creating a pair meaning Rai and Prana. So a pair was created and everything has got these two things. This Rai and Pran are not two separate things, but this Rai and Pran are complementary to each other. Yesterday I forgot to ask you all. I had given you a homework that you have to find out how something is Rai and Pran. You have to give me at least 2-3 examples. So after class today we might see. So you have to think about it. How this Raya, so these are all visions. Which gun are we concentrating upon? So everything has got either Annam aspect or Atta aspect, eater or eaten, enjoyer or enjoyed. Everything has got these two things. Now from that Rai and Prana, then Surya and Chandrama were created. So first was Mithun Srishti, then came the Lok Srishti. So in the Lok Srishti, the first one was this Surya and Chandra. So how this Surya, how we were on that only, I think. Surya and Chandra. So Surya and no, we had already entered Samvatsar also in the 9th shlok. We had completed till the 10th mantra. So now how this whole Srishti is pranit or given prana by the Surya. So the pran aspect is very, very strong from that Surya aspect, and the enjoyed aspect, that the Annam aspect, is from the moon. So the moon is the creator of all the enjoyments. It is Rasatmak, as we know. So these two things were said. Then came the Samvatsar Srishti. Samvatsar, we saw yesterday, Pratasya Ayane. Now, two things were said, that it has got, the Surya has got two paths. One is Dakshinayan and the other is Uttarayan. So the person who has done Ishtapurta, and only Ishtapurta he is doing, Ishtapurta meaning good actions. Good actions that is either beneficial to himself or to the others. He is doing dan. We saw the definition of Ishtapurtha through two shlokas. Agnihotram, tapas, satyam, vedanam, chanupalanam. Then Adithyam, Vaishwadevascha. This was called Ishtapurta Vidhiyate. And the second one was Apurta Karma. Apurta Karma meaning that we are doing for the society, for the betterment of the society, so that it becomes a better place. Like Kupa Tadagati, Vapi Kupa Tadagati. I'm trying to develop a big pond or some lake or some well so that people can drink water, or the water supply is there. Then temple, Devayatanani, and Anna Pradhanam Aramaha. These were what? Apurta karma that I'm doing for the society, for the betterment of society. But what do I have? I have some lower desire to be fulfilled. It is not a higher desire. It is not that I want to get self realization. It's not because of that. It is for my some desire completion, that I want my some desire to be completed. So where will he go? Through that Chandralok, through that Dakshinayan, he will go to Swargalok, and he will be there only. But because this is Krita, it is not Akrita. Krita meaning what? It is the fruit of action, because it is the result of some action. So if it is a result of some action, it will be temporary. This is the rule. Anything that we get by some action, it will stay sustained only till the fruit of that action is there. This is a common thing we all know. Till the fruit of that action is there, that situation will be there. The moment that fruit of action is finished, it's exhausted, then we come back to from where we started. That is called back to square one. So again, he will be born. Now, this is a scary portion. Here, the Shruti is saying that it is not so, it is not decided that he will come to this human being yoni only. He may go to some tiryak only. Tiryak meaning parallel. Parallel means parallel to the ground. Like the animals have all their indriyas parallel to the ground. The mouth, the stomach, and the genitals are all in one line. So it is of equal importance for them. This is called Tiryak Yoni, the animal Yoni. So he will either go to some Tiryak Yoni, some lower Yoni, or maybe, I don't know, some Jad Yoni, like stone or some trees, something like that. He may also go in that Yoni. So it is not fixed that after exhaustion of those Punya Phal, he will again get a human birth. So this is a scary portion of doing this Ishtapurta. He will get a good look. That's for sure. But it will be only till Swargalok or Chandralok. Chandralok here meaning that Swargalok only. So then the next one was that we saw was there are other category of people who do this. See, intention is important. Who do good things, who do perform actions or Ishtapurta, but they want self-knowledge. They have a bigger identification. They have a bigger identification with all the people, the whole Srishti. They are not separating anything from them. So the separation vision is not there. They don't feel that this person is not mine, this person is mine, or this is different than this, that is different than this, I like this, I don't like this. He doesn't maintain all these things. He has a homogeneous thought that everything here is a reflection of that self only. So if that thing, that thought is very pervasive, he will see himself only as a reflection of everything, or himself only reflecting through everything around him. That's a very, very big, and that's a very, very pervasive thought. So naturally, because he has got a very pervasive thought, the fruit that is getting created, the situation that is getting created will be also very, very pervasive. So that will take him directly to Brahmalok. From there is no path of return. He will get merged in himself. He will be self-realized. But even if he is getting some birth, it will be only for some greater purpose of some Rishi, Mahatma, or of the Lord. He is fulfilling some plans of the divine. It will be like that. Like Vivekananda Swami, like our Gurudev, like Tapovanji Maharaj, Raman Maharshi, etc., etc. So it will be like that. Okay, so these were the things that we saw till 10th. Now, in the 11th, the Surya Lok only has been praised. The Surya has been praised again. Now, how is it? Panchapadam. I have already read it, so I have to finish this Prashna today. Otherwise, in revision also we are taking so long. So, because we have completely forgotten. Panchapadam Pitaram Dwadashakritim Deva Ahuhu. Now, this sun has got 5 feet. See page number 13, I'm reading on. 11th mantra. So he has got 5 feet. 5 feet meaning what? 5 feet meaning the ritus. But we know that there are 6 ritus. 6 ritu meaning Grishma ritu, Vasant ritu, Varsha ritu, then Sharad ritu, then Hemant ritu, and then Shishir. But here Hemant and Shishir have been combined into one. So these 6 ritus have been converted into 5 ritus. Why ritus are his feet, Panchapadam? Because the sun is moving as if moving forward through these ritus. So as if it is the sun's legs, feet. Then Pitaram. What does Pitaram means? He is the father of all, meaning he is creating everything. Naturally, without the Surya, we cannot imagine the Srishti. So it is as if praising this Surya Lok, because it is Prakashatmak. So this has been praised. So Pitaram. Then Dwadashakritim. Dwadashakritim means it has got 12 forms. How 12 forms? With the 12 months. There are 12 months in it. So these are all 12 forms that it has got. Then it is Diva Ahuhu Pare Ardhe Purishinam. So it is beyond the space of earth also. It is where it is beyond the space of earth also. And it is full of Purishinam means what? It is full of water. Those who are Gyanis, they know that it is the full of water, meaning what? It gives us water. Because of the heat only water is generated. So from that sense, that it is full of water. Because without the sun or without the heat, there will be no Varsha Ritu. There will be no clouds formed in that sense. So it is full of water, Purishinam. Atha ime anne upare vichakshanam sapta chakre shadara ahur arpita miti. So now, who are vichakshanam, who are these Gyani Purush, or they have knowledge, they see this whole Srishti as being offered to the sun only, meaning what? That everything has been coming from the sun only. Like the spokes of the wheel. There are spokes of the wheel. The wheels are there. All of them are offered into the hub. Similarly, like without that hub, those spokes of the wheel cannot be held together. Similarly, the whole Srishti is offered as if to that sun. The sun is as if holding everything. You must be all knowing. You are great people and you have knowledge also that there is a magnetic force from the sun also that does not let all the planets get scattered in the sky. So the earth is also pulling, the earth has gravitational force, centrifugal force also, but the sun also has a magnetic pull that is making everything, the making all the planets revolve around itself. So as if the whole Srishti is offered to that sun in this way. Who sees that? These people, Vichakshanam, Pare pare vichakshanam saptaschakre shadara ahuhu arpitam iti. So this world is as if offered to that sun only. The sun is the main point. This has been said. Why all this is being said? Because earlier, if you remember, the sun was praised as prana. The earlier in 6th, 7th, 8th, it was praised as prana. But now this is a figurative example, figurative representation that the sun has got a form. Form meaning what? 12 months are different forms of that same sun. In Jeshta, it becomes too bright. In Varsha Ritu, sometimes bright, sometimes a little bit dull. Then in the winter season, it's completely dull, like that. So it has got different forms in all the 12 months. That's a beautiful expression of the sun. Who want to do sun upasana, Surya upasana, they can chant all these shlokas I was feeling. Okay, so when we praise something, this is a praise of the Lord's Son. When we praise something, when we are praising, actually I'm making my thought bigger. That is why stuti is also important. So this was a gist of this. So this now this sun, the sun is called the Pitar also. Why? Because it is creating the whole Srishti. We cannot imagine a single thing without the sun. The sun's heat or the sun. So the in the shlok in the ninth chapter also in Gita, Pitahamasya sarva Pitahamasya jagata dhata Data Dhata Pitamaha. It has started like that in chapter 9th, you can see. So I have to take my thought to that vritti that here the sun is also Prajapati. Because the Prajapati is only creating everything through that Rai and Prana. So that sun is nothing but that Prajapati only. Ultimately, my Upasana boils down to seeing the Prajapati in everything that I'm seeing around me. So here also, when I'm doing Surya Upasana also, it is not different than with Prajapati. So this Prajapati only, because this is not, I am not praising this Adi Devik sun. We have to remember this. Adi Bhautik sun. I'm not praising that Adi Bhut Gola that is on the sky. It's not that. The holder behind, because this is Jad, there has to be a holder, a Chetan holder behind everything that is Jad, inert. So that Jad is what? That Jad that has held that Panchabhautik Surya so that it can give and generate heat as per the months that it is traveling in. So this is called the Adi Devik form that we are praying to. He is the protector of our right notions also. See, Adi Bhautik Surya is outside. But Adi, I'm continuously pointing out to this direction because right now, the Surya is in this direction. So the Surya actually, Adi Bhautik is outside, but Adhyatmik Surya is in our mind. The Adi Daivik Surya is acting through our eyes. So it is continuously controlling our sense organs also, our thoughts also, our notions also. So if the Surya is not there, can we imagine to have some bright thought? Can we imagine to have seen some objects? Because the eyes won't work, we won't be able to think also properly. That is why we do Gayatri Upasana, Surya Upasana, all these things are done. So these things happen. And whenever the Surya is not there, so many diseases happen. Isn't it when the Surya, when the sun is not rising somewhere, or there are 6 months of days and 6 months of night, like in the northern portion or the southern portion of the earth, Arctic and Antarctic, Norway and all those countries, they have six months of day and night. So there are people go into depression because the sun is not there. Okay, so this is the thing. So here we have completed this 11th mantra. Okay, so I have to make my thoughts or make my vision that it uplifts me. Whatever I see, a little bit of thing also, whatever I see, I have to divinize it. I have to try to divinize it into, and that is my upasana as a sadhak. I can't take everything at its face value. Whatever I am seeing, it is not like that. This is called upasana. And the more we do this, the depth in our personality will start increasing. Otherwise, we all lead a very superficial life. Whatever we are seeing, we try to think that this is correct. But when the scriptures guide us, then slowly and steadily, we start looking at the things from the perspective of the Shastra. And Shastra is saying what everything is Prajapati here. Prajapati. Everything, Rai and Pran, everything is Prajapati. So again and again, I have to do this upasana of seeing everything as that Lord only. Okay. So see, what I got is a fruit of action. With that, I should not create more bad fruits of action. Whatever I have got, that is my past fruit of action. I have to undergo that to exhaust it. I just can't bypass it. But with that, I can create either a good shreyas or prayas. I can create a good fruit of action or a bad fruit of action. Because continuously, again, I will respond and again I will create. So, moment you have good intention, the action will create a situation where you won't be bound. So there are two things. There is a jackfruit also, and there is bhendi also. If you cut jackfruit, kathahal, then the thing that the slime or that thing, you have to take out with oil, and a lot of care has to be taken. But the bhindi also, the lady's finger also has got slime in it. But it goes away only by washing with water. So these are two things. So when we are acting, we should perform the actions as per the Shastra's vision. Then, even if the fruit of action is such that it becomes impossible for me to undergo, but it is like the bhindi slime. It's not like the jackfruit. Somebody will come to help you, or that will move fast. All these things happen. Okay, so in this way, we have completed this 11th shlok. Now, let us come to the 12th mantra. I will just read it. 12th mantra. मासो वै प्रजापतिः तस्य कृष्णपक्षः एव रयि शुक्लः प्राणः तस्मात् एते ऋषयः शुक्ल इष्टं कुर्वन्ति इतरे इतरस्मिन्. Okay, so now this Samvatsar Srishti will go to Mas Srishti. Samvatsar, how is it made? The year, how is that made? It is made up of 12 months. So Masovai Prajapati, Tasya, now 12 months. So 1 month now is divided into Shukla Paksha and the Krishna Paksha. Now there is a uh, slight diversion from 12th, 13th, 14th. I will see that. So in this, he has said that there are two things in a month. That is Krishna Paksha and there is Shukla Paksha. Now the Krishna Paksha is a Rai aspect. And the Shukla Paksha is the Pran. The Krishna Paksha is the Rai aspect and Shukla Paksha is the Pran aspect. So if Shukla Paksha, Upasana and Bhoktritva is there, if there is in Shukla Paksha, if there is Upasana and Bhoktritva, then even in the Krishna Paksha also, this will continue because he has made his vision like that, doing Upasana for 15 days in the Shukla Paksha. Even when the Krishna Paksha comes, he will get the same fruit. Because actually, what is important is the intention. So he has created his intention by seeing purity, by seeing something bigger in the things that are outside. So therefore, even when the Krishna Paksha continues, the fruit will be of that Shukla Paksha only. This is very important point here. Okay, so when thought is clear and bigger, then the reflection is more. See, when we went to Kumbh this time, when myself and Naranji and Abhama, we all went to the Kumbh this time. So when we reached there, already Magh month was over. The Magh month was over. So then I felt that I don't know whether we are actually doing the Kumbh Snanam or not. But here this mantra will help us now to understand how to think about it. Because the southern calendar and the northern calendar are different. In the southern calendar, it is from, I think, Amavasya to Amavasya, and in the northern, it is from Purnima to Punya, something like that. So even when we, according to us, the Magh Mas was over, but still 15 more days were left for the Magh Mas according to the southern calendar. Now, if this Paksha thing, this is more subtle. Now, if I continue to do some upasana, I feel that the Shukla Paksha is there and the Shukla Paksha is very, very great. It is of Kumbha, constellation, and it will give me a lot of punya. If I continue that in the Krishna Paksha also, then here what, as per Shruti, Shruti can't be false. As per Shruti, the fruit that I get will be of that Shukla Paksha only. So even if all those people who took a dip in the Ganges or in the Sangam during that time will also have, because there was so much of Shraddha, there was so much of faith. So that will continue to give the fruit of that Shukla Paksha only, though the month was over. This is a very, very beautiful point. And that is why here comes the importance of our Shastras. That is very important. So bigger, Shukla Paksha means what? Bigger thought, clearer vision. And for a long time, I'm maintaining that thought. This is called Shukla Paksha. And the opposite of that, lower vision, lower thought, constricted thought, for a less time, or very, very interrupted thoughts are there. It's called Krishna Paksha. So I have to be always in Shukla Paksha. Whenever you tell your mind, whenever your mind is very agitated, or it is interrupting, or it's not stable, it's fidgety, you tell your mind, don't go to Krishna Paksha, come back to Shukla Paksha. Because Shukla Paksha meaning what? A bigger thought. Shukla Paksha meaning what? Clarity in vision. Shukla Paksha meaning what? A long time sadhana. We have to continue that. When it continues here, that's what is said. See what is said. Maso vai prajapati tasya Krishna paksha eva rahi. The Krishna paksha is right. And Shukla paksha is pranaha. We know that. Okay. Then tasmad ete rishaya shukla ishtam kurvanti itare itarasmin. So the rishis who are doing good actions or they are performing upasana in the Shukla Paksha, even when they continue it in Krishna Paksha, the fruit that will be of the Krishna Paksha will also be of the Shukla Paksha only, because the intention gives fruit, not the action. And their intention is very big. They have a big thought. They have a big identification. There's clarity. Okay, and they are continuously doing it. There is no taratamya in that. Taratamya meaning interruptions, up and down, up and down. They're firmly abiding in that big thought. Okay, so this was our 12th mantra. So, because a person may have very less opportunity, a person is a very angry person, his situation around him is not very positive or not as per his thoughts or something like that, but his response there won't be Krishna Pakshi response. If he's an aradhak, he's a sadhak. Again, if a person from inside he is doing aradhana, he has got angry people around him, his situation is not very positive, very volatile, but his mind inside is very quiet, very, very quiet. He is not reacting, he is responding to the situations. That means what? Though his outside situation is of Krishna Paksha, but his mentality is of Shukla Paksha. His thoughts are elevated. His thoughts are very calm, cool. It's not agitated. So the fruit will be very big. And that portion, that situation that is around him will get exhausted very, very fast. This I have seen in my life so many times. I've experienced this. This happens when I'm trying to exhaust with a bigger thought that the person in front of me is not a person. Actually, he's my prarabdha. The same person has loved me so much, but today he is my greatest enemy. That's not due to his personality, but that's due to my prarabdha that he is acting like that. And when I see the Lord in him, when I see the some bigger in him, at that time the fruit exhausts very fast. The situation changes the moment I understand this subtle point. A sadhak has to understand. Then the situation vanishes. It goes away. Every situation comes us to teach something. I have to be very, very alert. I have to make my tuning like that with the Lord or with the situation, with the Prakriti, that I can catch that teaching. The moment I catch that teaching, the situation changes. That's the only thing. That's why the situation has come, because we as Jeev are all transmigrators. I'm in transmigration. I'm continuously traveling from one destination to other. And in that destination, Bhagwan wants us to change as a Jeev. So the moment I catch that thing from that situation will start diminishing, vanishing. It will go away from my life. This is an interesting portion. So, see, Jamavantaji, Hanumanji, all these people have monkey bodies, but they did aradhana in that monkey body of serving Lord Ram, and through that Krishna Paksha, they had done Shukla Paksha Upasana. And today also, they are very, very reverential for all of us. We take their name and bow down. But Ravan had what? Ravan had got Shukla Paksha situation. He was born in a Brahmin family. Everything was good. He had got so much of power. He had got so much of devotion for the Lord. But from that, he created Krishna Paksha situation for himself. He had darshan of Sitaji. He was so blessed that Sitaji was in his kingdom for such a long time. But the intention, see the intention behind, because from Shukla Paksha he had come to Krishna Paksha. So this is what we have to understand. So those people whose thoughts are very small, selfish, we have to be very, very careful, because if we are identifying to something small, then what will happen? my joy will be very constricted. It will be very small. The periphery of my joy will be very, very small. But if my joy, or if my thought is very big, then the periphery of my joy starts increasing. It will start including everybody in that. Then naturally I will have a bigger thought. That is called Shukla Paksha. Like, remember Yudhishthir. In the last moment also, he did not leave that dog during his yatra towards Swarga. That was his test. So in Krishna Paksha also, he had that Shukla Paksha vritti, that he did not leave the dog till the last. When Arjun was fighting Karna, at that time, Karna's everything was, the chariot was broken, his bow and arrow were broken, everything was shattered at that time. And his wheel got stuck. You all know this story. And that time, Arjun was not ready to kill him, because he had that Shukla Paksha thought in his mind. But when the Lord said, no, no, Arjun, just shoot, don't wait. This is the right time, you should shoot. Then he shot. And that is why he's so dear to Lord. Because always these people are trying to maintain the Shukla Paksha thoughts. So our mind is around some person's negative thoughts again and again, that then I am transferring myself into that Krishna Paksha. I should try to bring out the positives in that person. Okay, so saints are very, very happy. Why? Because they always have the Lord in their mind. You can see the Lord only interacting through everything, every person, every situation. Now let us go to the 13 months. I want to complete these three more. Ahoratra. Now there's a small diversion. Ahoratro vai prajapati tasya ahareva prano ratireva rahi. Now this month again is divided into day and night. Year, first we saw the year, Kal. Year is divided into 12 months. So month, 1 month is divided into, no, sorry. The Surya, the Samvatsar is divided into Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. Then came the Mass. The month is divided into Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. Then now days. So a day is divided again into day and night. 1 24-hour day is divided into day Ahaha and Ratra. Naturally, we see that during the day the Prana Shakti is so much, and during the night it is Rai, the enjoyed aspect. So during that is why it is said that during the day a person should not sleep. Many our ancestors, our elders, seniors used to say that during childhood also, that during the day you should not sleep, because already the prana aspect is so much, and it's difficult to sleep also during the day, because there's so much of disturbance. Also, everywhere prana shakti is activated. Can't sleep unless you're very, very tired. And at night, that is the enjoyed aspect. So here also it is the same thing has been said. Ahoratra vai prajapati. This is important, that the day is also prajapati. So we have to develop this vision of seeing that prajapati going through or pervading through each and every object. So day is also pervaded by that same Lord. How is it divided? Ahareva pranaha. During the day it is prana, ratri reva rahi, and during the night it is rahi. Okay. Pranam vaete praskandanti ye divaratya sayujyante. Now this is a slight diversion. What it is said, it is not related to the topic, but it is for the grahast ashram people, that one who unites with his wife during the day. Now what will happen? Brahmacharyam eva tad yatha ratro ratya sayujyante. So that is not prescribed. That is wrong. During the day, if one unites with the wife, that is wrong. But during the night, if he does that, he will ratya sayujyante brahmacharyam eva. Then that is equal to his grahasashram's brahmacharya is different. So that is equal to his brahmacharya only. During the night, if he unites with his wife, then it is as good as brahmacharya only. But during the day, naturally, because the pran shakti is there, a lot of activities oriented mind is there. So I am trying to bring down my pran, elevated pran, down to that enjoyment level, to the genital organs level. So here, so that we don't do that, that is why this mantra has been said by Shrutima, that this is not good. So he said that the day, like we celebrated Shivratri just now. So when I have this thought in my mind that today is an auspicious day. Why auspicious day? Because the Prajapati is pervading this day also. The whole day, actually before the day only, my thought is elevated a bit. Tomorrow is Shivratri, I'm preparing things, I'm talking to people. Mm, people here used to tell me that I'm doing sanjam today by not eating non-vegetarian food or all those things. So a day before only the preparation starts of elevating your mind to some higher level. And throughout that day also, my mind is elevated. And throughout the night, similarly, Ekadashi, Ram Navami, Krishna Janmashtami, Navratri, I am divinizing those days. And naturally, when I divinize those days, I feel that the Prajapati or the Lord, these are special days when these days are related to the Lord Chaturthi, Ganesh Chaturthi, etc. These days are divinized. And so if I am divinizing the day, my actions are automatically divinized. I curtail myself to speak some untruth. I'll say, okay. If this is necessary, but I'll do it some later time. Okay, tomorrow. Okay, I have to scold that person. Today, I am doing vrata, I am doing fasting and all. Today, I can't scold that person. Tomorrow, I'll see. This happens. I don't know if it happens with you, but it happens with me. Oh, I have to bring a thought where I have to um, scold somebody and have to become angry a bit. Okay, tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow, not today. Today is not the right day. Today is a very auspicious day. His mood will also spoil. My mood will also spoil. So let us today do this rituals, etc. And what am I doing? I'm divinizing those days and putting my thought at a higher pedestal. And that will give me an elevated fruit also. So feeling that every time I'm aware, feeling that the Lord is going through that day, throughout the day. So these are the two ways to divinize. When we see Bhagwan in a person also, in a situation also, in a day also, actually I'm divinizing it. And everything changes. So here, one name of the Lord Vishnu in Vishnu Sahasranam is Samvatsar also, Kal also. So that is Bhagwan only. So we have to three places. You have to bring your mind and bind your mind. Kal, thought, and Desh. Okay, so this was our 13th mantra. Now, Annam vai Prajapatihi. Annam vai Prajapatihi. Tataha vai. Okay, yes, I have seen this. अन्नं वै प्रजापतिः ततो ह वै तद् रेतसः तस्मात् इमा प्रजा प्रजायन्ते iti. Now, because the question you remember, Kabandi Katyan had asked, how does this does this Srishti come? So now he has come to Annam. So Annam vai Prajapati. By eating that Anna only, I am creating this Srishti. So this Anna is also Prajapati only. Tataha vai retaha tasmat ima prajaha. So the end portion of that man, he has that Anna, and the end or the essence of that man is called retaha. Reta tasmat ima prajaha. From that, whole praja has come out. The whole praja has come out through what? Through this only. Okay. So, am I leaving something in the 13th shlok, 13th mantra? No, it's fine. So this is a prasangik vidhi that I told you. But some prasangik vidhi has been prasangik, something that in the daytime a person should not unite and in the night time person should unite. This is a prasangik diversion. Prakritam tu uchyate sa ahoratratmaka, last line of 13th mantra. Prajapati vrihi yava adi annatmana vivasitaha. Now the main topic is being said. What is that? The rule is Prajapati is in the form of day and night, and it is the Atma of Annam also. We saw till 13 Prajapati is the day and night, Aho and Ratra. But now this Annam is also that we eat. That is also that Prajapati only, and it is expressing that Prajapati is only expressing as the crops, barley, crops, rice, wheat, etc. So, and how does it happen? We eat that anna, and that anna is eaten by the man. The retaha comes, the essence of the man, that is that is put into the woman, and then the Srishti comes up. So this whole Tasmad Yoshiti Sikta Dimaha, next page, 18 page. Manushyaadi Lakshanaha Praja Prajayante Yat Pushtam Kruto Havai Praja Prajayante. From that only the whole Praja has come out. Tadeva Chandra Aditya Mithunadi Kramena Aho Ratrante Annam Asag Eto Dwarena Ima Praja Prajayante Iti Nirnitam. What is Nirnit? That from that only the whole Praja has come out. From where? From that annam is had by the father puts it into the mother gives birth to the child. In this way the whole srishti has come out. Okay, so tadeva, and we should not forget that the rai and pran are both in the father also and in the mother also. So Chandra Aditya Mithunadi Kramena Aho Ratrante Anna Asra Reto Dwarena Imaha Prajaha Prajayante. So this has been Nirnita means it has been concluded that the blood, that is the seed, the blood and the seed of the man, these two come together and create. Okay, so this was our 14th mantra. Now we come to the 15th mantra. The 15th mantra says, Tat ye havai tat prajapati vratam charanti te mithunam utpadayate. Prajapati Vrata was told in the 13th mantra, if you remember. What was that? During the day, they should not unite. During the night, if they unite. If they follow this rule, then they give birth to a pair of a daughter and a son. The daughter, and say all these things, please don't take it to your heart and say, oh, this is a. All this as the prarabdha also works on a person. Everything is different here. So these are some rules set by the Shruti. Set, as you said, set by the Shruti. So Tat Prajapati Vratam, one who does this Prajapati Vrat, he gets a son and a daughter. Now, why is son important? Why is son so important? No, our Shastras say that the son is, even in the Taittiriya Upanishad, there comes a mantra where it is said that a person should do Yagya Agyadi also to get a son. It depends on one's thought because the times have also changed. Everything has changed. So one should have a son. Why? Because there is a santati. Santati means what? There's a continuation in the vansh also, in the family. Plus there's a continuation in traditions also. Some traditions are also continued by the son. You all must be knowing this. There are many traditions, like I visit some temple and I am a patron in that temple. So the legacy continues that yes, this temple will always be protected and taken care of by this family. So it continues. And even the Shraddha, those very the people who are very traditional, they maintain this, that the Orthodox families, they just maintain this, that the Shraddha and Mukhagni, this all should be done by the son only. because he is the continuous. Because the girl used to be wedded to some different family, to some different place. All those things also had to be considered. So in this way, the tradition, the emotions, or the santati, or the family parampara is continued by the son. So a son should be got. And what about the daughter? The daughter, my God, a kanyadan is supposed to be the greatest dan. Not that she's an object. This is a wrong conclusion that females take, but this is not. This should be corrected. That this is not it's not treated as an object, but she is the most precious gift of the Lord to the father of that house. And giving that kanya to some other person, I am as if transferring all my attachment in that girl, in my daughter, to some other person. Now that she is yours. So actually, Dhanam is not of an object, Dhanam is of that identification in that object. Therefore, it is called Kanyadan. If I am not using a thing, it is not helpful in me in any context, it is not utilized by me, it has got no utility, and I give it to somebody, it is not considered dhan. Dhan meaning that it should be very, very important for me. I use it personally. I have a lot of importance for that object. And then when I give, I am parting with what? Not that object, but with the identification, with the attachment, or or with the happiness or the enjoyment that I get through that object. Suppose a very crude example. This is my mug, water mug. I like this mug a lot because it has got all flowery, flowery things. Now, if I give this to somebody, then it will be called that because it is dear to me. It has got utility. It is beautiful, and it is not broken. It can be used by the person whom I give. All these things have to be. So I'm not considering that kanya as an object and giving it to somebody, but I am giving my attachment to her, to somebody else, that I am parting with that attachment who is very, 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 very dear to me, to you, and you have to take care of her now, as I was taking care of her as a father. So I need a daughter also. And what does she do? She will continue, again, she will beget a son. She will give birth to a son, and she will continue the whole santati there wherever she is married to. Because she will give that son good values, good knowledge. She'll make him a caring and kind person who will again continue the traditions. In this way, a son and a daughter. Okay, we'll go ahead because we don't have much time. तेषाम् एव एष ब्रह्मलोक येषां tapah brahmacharya yeshu satyam pradishtam. Now here brahmalok, these people who are doing this prajapati vrata, this grahasti people, they will go to, who are not uniting in the day and uniting at the night. Okay, that one. And during ritu kal, that was also said there. So this is again, they will go to brahmalok. Here is said, it's said, but this brahmalok means chandralok. Where is the proof? See. Mantra 16, last line you see. 20th page. Last line, this is Purvaktastu Brahmaloka Keval Karminam Chandra Lakshana. So here, when Shruti is saying Brahmalok, actually the last line of 16 mantra, last line of Bhashya of 16 mantra, it is saying that this is actually Chandralok because they are doing only karma without any upasana, without knowledge, without gyan. So these people will go to that Swargalok or the Chandralok maximum. They are doing good actions, Ishtapurtam. They're doing. Okay. So now let us go to the last mantra, 16th mantra. Tesham aso virajo brahmalokah na yeshu chimham anutam na maya jeti. Now these people, who are these people? These people, Tesham aso virajo brahmalokah. Now through Surya Lok, they are going to what? Uttara and Gati. Na yeshu jimham. Who, those people who are not engaging their mind. Jimham means false, crookedness. Anritam means false things, untruth. Na maya cheti. And maya means what? they are not showing something different, and so they have something different in their mind. They're not, there's a word for that, I'm not getting that word. They are not, what is that word? Inside there is something else, outside they're showing off something. It's not like that. Whatever is inside is outside also. Huh? So crookedness, yeshu jimham anritam na maya cheti. And these people are very good people. They have a bigger thought. They will go to where Brahmaloka. From that Uttarayan, they will go to that Brahmaloka. Virajaha. Virajaha means whether it is without rajas or without dust. Dust of what? All these lower tendencies. Okay. So these people who have got higher thoughts in the grahast ashram only. See, this is all for the grahast only. Okay, those people who are in the grahast ashram, but they are not engaged in anything false. They are not crooked. They are not having a vision of separation. They are not mean-minded, selfish. They don't show off. They're not stubborn. These people will, from that Uttarayan Gati, from through that Surya Lok, they will go to that Brahma Lok. This is what has been said. So when we are hiding our negativities, when we hide our negatives, say hiding means what? It will grow. I am maintaining some bad thought in my mind. I am not uh, expressing that, but I know that I have this thought. Then it will start increasing. It will increase. Okay. So by showing my negatives, what happens? By showing my negatives to some guru or some elderly person in my house who will guide me, those negative thoughts will be curtailed. And even when I show my positive thoughts also, I go there, I did lot of dhan there, I visited there, I gave a pravachan there, then my goodness will also start reducing. So it is better that we should not speak too much about our goodnesses. But yes, we should express at some altar our negative points that we have. So this is called what? This is called Jimham Anrutam na Maya Cheti. So anybody's real bhav cannot be hidden for too long. If he has got a very high bhav, if he's got a devotion, if he's got humility in himself, he's got surrender, then these are expressed through his actions. These are expressed through his intentions, or when he through his body language. We can very well know. Okay, so this humility meaning what? Humility meaning three things. He sees his negativities fast. Why? He does not see others. He sees his own negativities. He sees the Lord's greatness, and whatever he has in himself, the good qualities in himself, he will keep on offering it to the Lord. This is the humility of person. Naturally, if a grahast has got these three things, he will maintain this thought for a long time. And naturally, from Uttarayan, he will directly go to Brahmalok. After his body falls, he will go to that Brahmalok because his thoughts are not very small. Okay, so this negatives, Jimham, Anritam, Maya, all these things are enemies of a sadhak that one should be very, very careful of. Okay, so we have completed this Prashna number 1 here. Revision of Prashna number 1 here, and tomorrow we'll go to the second Prashna. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ